Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to another part of my F1 Manager 22 career mode. This is the start of Season 2 at the Bahrain Grand Prix, and as you'll notice, things are very different here with Audi now the name of our team, as they've taken over from Alfa Romeo, leaving the sport just like they are in real life as well. But if you're confused, then I implore you to go check out the previous video uploaded a couple of days ago for the pre-season of this video. We went through this entire change of now becoming Audi F1. We went through all the bits we need to with the driver transfers, as we've got a very different looking grid for a lot of the big midfield teams especially, and then our brand new car, the improvements there, like 3 or 4 factory refurbishments and improvements, and also designing brand new parts in time for this first race. It's all rather exciting, and I'm hoping this will be a strong start to what will be a very tasty season indeed. In terms of what we've made new on the car so far, looking at our warehouse, remember we've made a brand new front wing, a rear wing, and also an underfloor that's come in, and we have pending a new side pod and suspension. So loads of upgrades coming in thick and fast at the start of this season. Of course, we made some huge strides with our new car with the research we did for this year, compromising the end of last season. I hope that compromise is going to pay out dividends now at the start of this season. And the season now quite literally begins with the first race here, as it notes, and we've got our first ever, well, we've got a wind tunnel with poor condition, so we need to actually refurbish that first of all. That'll cost 3.2 million. That's a lot to spend, but we're going to have to do it because you need to refurbish things like this. And our factory can get done in 4 days' time. We've already got level 3 in design center. That factory coming in with level 3 is going to be really good for us in terms of churning out upgrades consistently. But we've got now the race prep for Bahrain for performance targets. Obviously looking to reach Q3 qualifying position. Let's go for a top 8 with both drivers. I'm hoping we can get that, and reaching Q2, reaching Q3. Fastest lap, it's still there, even though it doesn't get a point anymore. Finishing position, let's just start off, well, they're saying 6th, so that maybe, you know, if this used to be 10th, they would say. So I'm hoping if they're saying 6th, that does really genuinely mean our car is that much better. But let's go for 8th with both drivers, just to make sure we can maybe get some early money on the board with these targets.
Here we are, back for another day of Formula One action, where practice wraps up and qualifying unfolds. Ahead of the race tomorrow, the teams will be putting their practice data to use and making sure that their drivers have the very best chance of setting a lap time that will edge out the competition in qualifying. Drivers may know a track inside and out, but unless they have the setup to complement their ability, their efforts may be for nothing. What does today have in store? Only time will tell.
So we're managing FP3 now. We've let the drivers do their thing and simulated Friday as a whole. Still got some work to do on this setup here. Maybe, you know, start the new season, they're maybe not as quick to get the setup knowledge up, because at Abu Dhabi, we simulated Friday completely as well, and they actually were a lot quicker at getting that sorted. So maybe just a case of building things up. Here is our brand new Audi sport car, then a new look for this season to keep things fresh in this career. And, well, it's a whole new world of potentially performance. FP1 and 2 were good. Bottas was in the top 3 in FP1, Gasly top 4, and then FP2, I believe both of them were in the top 4. So things are looking very nice. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but performance is maybe there. But let's finish this off with getting highest confidence we can on the setup, and then we can talk about qualifying. So pretty positive end then to FP3. Bottas P1, Gasly P2 with a little glory run right at the end there on the soft tyres. 3 laps of fuel. So clearly everyone else has fueled up a bit more, because up till that point, we were actually 19th and 20th, because we were actually overfueling them, putting the hard tyres on, getting through the setup. So I don't actually fully know, but if we go off FP1 and 2, I think we can be quite excited about this qualifying session coming up. But in terms of setup confidence, I think both of them into the kind of 80s, then Gasly 82 it was, and Bottas high 89. So still a bit of work to do to maybe, you know, get into the swing of getting into some 90s. But that's still a very positive first setup confidence for the start of the season. 85 85 it was for Gasly, 89 for Valtteri, both of them with 100% track climatization, part knowledge 68 for both of them. We didn't put Pourchaire in. We will start to put him in, I think, after Jeddah to start then, giving him some experience and building him up as much as we can. But for the first 2 races, I want to give the drivers as strong as of a chance of feeling comfortable with the car, a brand new car, with the new season and these first 2 races. But now it is time for qualifying. So managing Q3, because it is a formality of getting through into this session, and I'm going to send Gasly out straight away as the session begins. Then give a bit of a gap, and then we'll try and slot in Bottas behind Perez once he passes. There we go. Send him out there, and there we go. So we've got a bit of clean track then with both our drivers. Gasly starting his out lap, warming those tyres up. Bottas behind. Hopefully he doesn't actually get any traffic with other cars coming out, basically. But I've actually put them on. I just want to try it out. I put them on 2 flying laps on an old set of soft tyres just to see, is it any better? Because I've not really tested any of these things out, and always this first lap in Q3 seems to be pretty piss poor. But is that because maybe they're still trying to get used to it, or, they need to, zone in? So let's see, 2 flying laps. We have the time. We do have the time to do 2 flyers, come in, and then right at the death, send them out on a new set of tyres. So just curious to try this new technique, see if it's any better for us, maybe. And also, once we do our last flyer, we've been running out of... The game keeps telling us, our engineer keeps telling us we're running out of fuel right at the end as we're crossing the final corner. So I want to add 1 additional lap of fuel just to make sure they're definitely not running out of that fuel, because I don't know if that's affecting things either. So Gasly is about to finish his first flyer. And I think he will then, well, back off and then go for another flying lap, I assume. It looks like by the way he's driving. I'm actually going to abort this because, annoyingly, I basically wanted them to go on 2 flyers consecutively. But they backed off, and now he's going for a flyer, and that's not what I want. That's not what I want. Right, Gasly starting a flying lap now on a new set of soft tyres. He's got the space. 2 McLarens ahead of him. That's calm. Bottas, though, unfortunately, you can see he's going to close up. Oh, that's going to be pretty poor timing, actually. Into turn 1. Let's hope we can slot in. No car there. Okay, we actually might slot in quite nicely here. That Red Bull, yeah. Red Bull turns the corner. We're good. We're good, because that's Verstappen. And he's ahead of us. Hopefully he's just going to back out the way. Yes, good stuff. Bottas gets out of the way. Bottas just flies through. That's what you want. That's good. He hardly lost any time there. But Gasly's only yellow first sector because he got held up by the McLarens who he caught. So in the end of it, Bottas got in a good lap time. P3 for him. Gasly got held up by these McLarens and is down in P8. That is frustrating. He's close to the Mercs, and Bottas's lap time shows the potential of this car then, as he is P3. Checkered flag still yet to fall, though, with other cars improving. Let's see how they do as we speed this up. And is anyone go quicker than Bottas? Checkered flag falls. No. Bottas still remaining in P3, it would seem. Leclerc goes better, but we do beat a Red Bull car. We do beat a Red Bull. We beat a Red Bull, and we're on the 2nd row on pure pace and merit there. Verstappen P1, though, with Red Bull and him looking a bit quicker than Ferrari this season with 2/10 there. That's a bit of a bigger gap than we saw last season. Gasly, what could have been, because he got held up by these McLarens. And Lando even has a penalty, so that's even more frustrating, because I think we could have easily been ahead of the Mercs and actually challenging Perez there, because that's so fine. So I tried to be a bit clever there. Didn't really work out, but now you live and learn. You live and learn. So now strategy-wise for this race, 2 stops all round, apparently. If we do a 1 stop like we did in Season 1 with some light tyre wearing, we could maybe get, a serious reduction of race time there of 42 seconds. It's about whether they close that up. So updating that, I reckon we try and split the strategies and try something different with both drivers. We know Bottas is generally better at his tyre wear than Gasly, so maybe we put him on the 1 stop, and Gasly we go on the more conventional 2 stop. But I'm going to do a 2 stop with the medium tyres, because I reckon he's not going to have the tyre wear for the softs. So different strategies, medium to hards, and then I did not click that. There we go, and then medium, hards, mediums for Gasly. So a 2 stop, but one way he can lean on the tyre more. It's the first race of Season 2. It's our first race, now known as Audi as a team. Let's get into it. I'm a bit nervous because you know, even at the end of last season, we didn't fully nail down, you know, perfecting a one-stop with Bottas here, but I want to try. I feel like we need to be splitting strategy and trying something different to try, you know, and do something in this race. If we can pull off the one-stop, it's powerful because it's 40 seconds you're gaining without that second pit. So it's and we've got a quicker car. So in theory, it won't be like Abu Dhabi where we're getting caught up rapidly, unless there's a safety car, of course.
It's a cloudy night tonight, but otherwise the weather looks good for the race. And there's Valtteri Bottas. A top 10 position today, but will they be able to capitalise on it? Next for the team, it's Pierre Gasly. With a top 10 position on the grid, this race could really go either way for them. The race start is mere seconds away. Here we go with the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's lights
Season
out.
2 is
Away we go.
underway. Let's ride on board with Gasly. We can watch where Bottas is up the road. It's a bit of a slow getaway for Pierre. No moves made on the Mercedes car. Bottas, though, into turn 1, fending off Sergio Perez. Perez, down the inside, though, gets us. We're down to P5, so that's not what you want ideally, but let's see how the next part of the race progresses. Verstappen defending Sainz is the lead Ferrari this time around. Leclerc down in P3. Remember, Leclerc, the reigning champion at the moment. Bottas P5, Gasly P8. So now we settle down and see what we can do from here. Right, I'm going to go deploy with Bottas to try and push away from these Mercs. And let's see with Gasly with overtake mode, can we close up a bit and try and do something once the DRS is activated. Bottas is deploy, helping him stay ahead. All right, Hamilton's there underneath our rear wing. We're deploying with Valtteri, but will that be enough? Meanwhile, Gasly, I can see maybe looking to make a move on Russell. He's on the soft, so he's definitely doing a two-stop. Oh, I thought Gasly was going to go for a move there, you know. I thought he was going to maybe make an overtake. No, remains in P8. Bottas holding strong and keeping up and gaining on Perez now. Verstappen in a world of his own, already broken 1 second. I feel like Red Bull are going to be a team to beat this year with Verstappen. I think they want revenge for last season. In terms of tyres, everyone. We're the only ones that have chosen mediums. So we're going very differently, it would seem to everyone. And that's maybe either going to be a horrendous thing or a good thing. Let's see. Right, going overtake mode with Valtteri and overtake mode with Gasly because Bottas is right there with DRS. He will get DRS off Perez. That Merc is also annoying us, but we're using Perez as a nice toe to reel him in. Going to go down to neutral with Gasly there. Behind the AlphaTauri. Look at this of Alonso. Fernando Alonso and AlphaTauri. That's so weird. In P9 right behind us. Alpine have slipped all the way down. Vettel is here in P15, Ocon P14, so it's going to be maybe a tough season for Alpine as AlphaTauri nicked one of their star drivers, Alonso, now in a fight with the McLarens for those last points, but I'm hoping for us, right, where are we? Right, overtake mode, definitely overtake mode for Bottas there, because let's ride on board with him. Harvest into that corner. Harvest to this corner. Okay, here we go with Bottas. Let's just go standard. Let's see what he can do here. I'm going to go keep on neutral ERS. Maybe just stay. Oh, do we need deploy? No. Okay, we're good. No, Merc. Don't you dare. Don't you dare come down my inside. Gasly sets fast up the Grand Prix. That's positive. That's very positive. And look at the fight going on here, though, with Leclerc getting ahead of Sainz. And Perez getting in the mixer. But this is allowing Verstappen to walk away with things. Still outside the 1 second. We gain here. Hamilton gets really close at the last corner, but then doesn't close up. I'm going to go Harvest for Gasly. He's not being attacked by Alonso. Yeah, may as well go Harvest and try and save some DRS here. Oh, go on, Bottas. Go on. Round the outside of Perez. Can he do it? No. Not quite. Not quite. Gasly's going to go for it, I think. Gasly's already got Russell. Gasly's got Russell into that corner with deploy. That's good. Right, Gasly. I'm going to watch on board from him because Hamilton will open DRS. But we've got DRS also, so I'm hoping Bottas can just try and stay ahead just about. He's really deployed a lot of battery, though. So needs to harvest. Perez being squeezed. And Bottas with a... Oh, he nearly made a lunge around the outside of the Red Bull car. Such was the defense from before. Go on, Gasly. Make a move. Make a move. Come on. Shake a leg. On the inside. Yes. Yes, Pierre. Good move. Lovely move. Nice stuff. Keep deploying. Keep deploying. Right, Gasly's going to get past Bottas here with DRS, probably. Let's see. ×1. Where's Hamilton behind us? Okay, Hamilton's following us a little bit. Okay, right. Now, once we go through this next straight, then I can... Okay, let's... Okay, he's going to get him anyway, I think. Won't need to let him by. Just get him anyway. Don't fight teammate. Let him through. Let him through here. Right. There. Come back. Don't let Hamilton through, hopefully. No. Hold steady. Hold steady. Good. Right, now neutral. Balanced. And now we try and preoccupy Hamilton. Whereas Gasly needs to start moving forwards now in this clean air. Right, Bottas and we're in defensive ERS behind. And then, Gasly really doesn't have ERS here. We need to try and harvest a bit more. Hamilton's just about to get past here. I need to... Okay, let's go harvest a bit. Just hopefully can stay ahead. Hopefully keep Hamilton at bay. No, 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 no. Round the outside. Come on. Come on. You can do it, Valtteri. It's close. Oh, he's been squeezed out. He's been squeezed out. Right. Close up. And then we need to defend from Hamilton. Again, we're just stuck in this fight with Merc. I really thought we could make a step up to fight Red Bull and Ferrari, but just don't have the speed, and now we're just losing battery. No battery now. I've not even been on deploy or overtake or defender with Gasly, and how is he on this little battery? It just really doesn't make some sense sometimes. Right, Gasly, come on, make the re-overtake. Make the re-overtake on Hamilton. There we go. That's more like it. And Bottas, come on! The double whammy on Merc. Have that. And meanwhile, Fernando Alonso just overtaken Russell in the AlphaTauri. And I haven't seen Leclerc has actually caught up to Verstappen. So the fight is on between these two championship rivals from last season. Verstappen back into the lead, but Leclerc's there. These four are fighting still. It's not just going to be a one-man race. Right, pit window's open for Gasly. Bottas defending Hamilton well and annoying him to no end, because now there's a 1.6 gap to Gasly ahead. How long can Bottas hold this on? That's going to be the question. He's now training Hamilton and Fernando Alonso. Oh, boy. Right. Defend, but he's not going to have too much ERS now left. He's going to be absolutely out of battery soon, so let's go neutral, actually. Just try and stay ahead. Maybe some fuel. I don't know. Oh, it's going to be close. Let's see the rear end. Oh, there we go. 3 wide. Alonso goes through. Fernando Alonso in the AlphaTauri is up into P6. Bottas P7 and Hamilton P8. Alonso's ahead of all of us in an AlphaTauri. That is exquisite. Bottas having to harvest ERS. Hamilton now attacking him. We're doing our best also to save a bit of fuel. Keep the tyres, you know, he's basically just being a nuisance and a roadblock here at this moment in time. Hamilton down the inside, and that might be the nail in the coffin. Or not. DRS will bring him back through. Can we harvest a decent amount, though, in this next bit of the lap? Gasly's pit window's open. I'm putting on deploy to push on this lap, on these mediums. We've got 2.7 to Alonso, so we are losing a little bit of time now to him, maybe, but let's see. 2.8. 3.2, okay. Gaining time there. Okay, one more lap. One more lap on these mediums. One more lap on these mediums, I would say. Let's go standard. Yeah, 30%. That's perfect. So we're up into P2. Leclerc's yet to pit off his softs. He's on 28%. So he's going in further. So actually, we could probably push this more than if he's going 28%. But Verstappen's in. Alonso's in. Who else has come in? Pit stops. Okay, all these lot have come in. Hamilton's there. Right. We just continue on like this on deploy. Try and push these lap times. Right, going to pit in Gasly this lap because the tyres are going off now. And he's complaining about them on the radio. And also we've got no ERS left. So this is the time to come in. Leclerc continues on for one more. So he's doing a madness on those. 26% tyre wear for him. But we're in with Gasly. Let's hope it's a decent enough pit stop. Bottas P2 now. And with clean air, just to focus on that tyre saving. Okay, I think that was a decent one. Sainz running wide, so the Ferrari makes a mistake. That might be important for everyone's races, as the two Red Bulls are very close, catching up to Sainz. So that's good news for Red Bull, catching the Ferraris, who seem more in control of this race again. And Gasly comes out ahead of all the people he was racing before on the 2-stop. So that is very positive. So as it stands, Bottas leads the way on lap 20. Trying this one stop. Doing well, I think. Doing well. Look at that graph. He's going to actually make it better to that pit stop. So we've got a bit of pace maybe to actually push a bit to try and keep ahead maybe. So we'll try and monitor things with the intervals and try and do our own thing. Maybe even push the fuel a bit to that extent. Meanwhile, Gasly on this aggressive 2-stop on the hards pushing, knowing that we're going to go onto mediums that will be better to push on than softs than everyone else. So I'm hoping we can stay ahead of Hamilton. There's a 4.1 gap, so struggles in the first part of the race, but it's all coming together a little bit in the second phase of this race. But now it's just about trying to keep this second phase going as we want to. So keeping Gasly in P6 and Bottas keeping in P1 as long as we can, basically. Didn't last long, though. Sainz and Verstappen overtake us, but they're not in our race. It was a pretty damn insane overtake, though. Verstappen down the inside, and then Sainz around the outside. So it was 3 wide into that corner. That was actually pretty unbelievable. Right, Bottas is now being caught by Leclerc and Perez. Let's defend this if we can. Try and annoy them. Try and help Gasly out, maybe even. Defensive ERS, moving about. Staying ahead. Harvest then. Leclerc might have it. I think he will have it. Let's see. Into the last corner. He'll get overtaken. But now, in DRS, could he try and pull back up and get Leclerc back? At this stage, Verstappen and Sainz in a world of their own here. P1 and 2. The Red Bull and Ferrari. Very close. Bottas. Will he get jumped by Perez? Don't think so right now. He actually stays ahead. There's Gasly. And now all of a sudden, we've got Gasly right behind Sergio Perez. Game on. Game on. Right, let's try and get Gasly ahead of Perez. Come on. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get him. We're defending with Bottas. Gaining with Gasly. Can we make a move here? No, not quite. All right, overtake mode. Gasly, let's get him. Come on. Come on. Yes. Lovely teamwork. No, don't hold him up. Don't hold your teammate up. Oh, get out of the way, man. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the damn way. We've already... Oh, the damage has already been done. We lost DRS there. Right, let's stick with him. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Pulling out to make the move on Perez. On the outside. Up into P4. Lovely. Now let's try and push away if we can. And then with Bottas, he's ahead of Hamilton. And now we're going to deploy and come in on this lap. Hamilton's going to go for the move. As soon as he does, we're into the pits. The damage has already been done. We're in. Harvest that. Conserve fuel. Gasly. Well, Gasly just got overtaken by Perez. So maybe now this this attacking him, maybe we give it up maybe to save some fuel and tyres. Right, Bottas is out in 15th, but he's going to the end of the race, we know. So he's out, and now his objective, go balanced, standard for a bit, because I'll let him charge up his battery on standard, and then we'll see. Meanwhile, Gasly, is he going to go for a move here? We're on deploy. Oh, Gasly. Oh, Gasly locked up. Brakes are poor, apparently, for him. What the hell? What? Come on, keep going. Get back on track. Get back on track. We haven't lost too much time. Get back on track. Where is Hamilton? Okay, he's coming through. Oh, Hamilton went wide a bit. Okay, that was a bad lock-up. Gasly was doing so well there. He was doing so well. I wasn't even, you know, he's pushing a bit, but, you know, fuel-wise, he's been good. Now we need to push on the fuel a bit and try and, well, rectify this a bit. Okay, pit window is opening. Magnusson's locked up. There is a huge gaggle of cars. Ocon versus Alonso, the two old teammates. Alpine versus AlphaTauri. The McLaren's in the mixer with Russell. It's very, very tight. There's a lot of cars there, but away from that, Hamilton closing up to Gasly in P5. Now with that mistake, Perez miles away and 8 seconds ahead. 20 seconds then to the leaders, Leclerc, Sainz and Verstappen, who are swapping left, right and centre though for P1. Bottas all the while, P14, playing the long game. And Hamilton's now going to be past us soon, very, very soon. These tyres are going off a little bit. We've been a lot harsher on the hards this time round because, well, Sainz is in. Is he coming in onto mediums? If he does, I might just come in. Let's attack and deploy for this one more lap, Gasly. Give me one more lap on 29%. Right, Gasly is going to be in. He has actually re-overtaken Hamilton and stay ahead. That's good. Right, conserve, harvest that, come in. Right, Gasly's made his pit stop. He's out in P11s. He's come out behind Bottas. So Bottas is ahead of him on track with a one stop. So now it's about what we can do from here. Going to chase after Fernando Alonso. What tyres are he on? He's on mediums as well. But he went a bit earlier onto mediums. So Alonso's thought the same thing, ending on mediums rather than softs maybe. So do we have DRS off him? Yes, we do. Nice. Gaining. Ricciardo likely to box. Hamilton's boxed. Oh, can we go for a dive down the inside? Very close. Come on. Come on, Gasly. Let's do this thing. Let's get him. Let's get him. Even with neutral ERS, we should have the pace here with DRS. Come on. Come on, son. On the inside. Yes. Lovely. That's what you like to see. He's got back past him, though. He got back past him. Lovely. That's going to annoy us. Alonso's going to annoy us here. Harvest while you're doing it, mate. If you're going to overtake him on this straight, let's harvest whilst we do it. Who's behind us? Norris is behind us in the McLaren. So he's got to get overtaken by Hamilton. Gasly flying past with Harvest DRS. That's good. Harvest a lot here. And then we're going to go with, well, behind. Will he re-overtake us? No. Please no. Please no. Okay, now deploy.
Gain.
Now deploy. Push a bit of fuel. Attack. And we'll push away a little bit, I hope. Oh, but... No. No.
Now we see Valtteri Bottas.
Oh, Bottas!
And
That's it. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired, mate. You're fired. You're fired. Doesn't matter if he's going to be able to do a one-stop. It does not matter if he can do a one-stop. If he just locks up like that. What is the point? He wasn't even put... He was on light. He was on light. Look how much tyre wear he's got. He was on light. All right, Gasly with the fastest lap. We pushed away from Alonso, and now we're on standard just to see this through to the end. And Vettel's overtaken Bottas. Bottas, even though he had so much tyre on those hards left, he's now, because he's now right by people on softs and mediums, he's getting swamped. And it is just pathetic stuff. And on to the last lap of the Grand Prix. There might be a last lap battle for the win. Verstappen versus Sainz. Leclerc, the reigning champion in this career series now. Nowhere near them. 6 seconds back. But Verstappen and Sainz side by side into turn 1. Verstappen remains ahead. Where is Gasly in all of this? Because I need to keep an eye on where he is, because I want to go deploy. There he is. So he's over there. Verstappen, let's go back to that action there. He's going to remain ahead. Yep, all good. Sainz though with DRS. Whew. Little dive there. Right, Gasly, onto this new lap. I'm going to deploy and full out attack. And let's try and keep this fastest lap, hopefully, if we can. Bottas, don't even care where he is. Down to P14. Absolutely useless. But this is Verstappen versus Sainz now for the Bahrain GP win. The first win of this new season. Sainz with DRS. Around the outside he goes. He's overtaken him. He's got him on the last lap, just like Abu Dhabi in Season 1. But Verstappen comes back at him. This is enthralling stuff. Verstappen, can he do it? On the outside. Oh, very, very close stuff. There he goes. There he goes. He's pulling through. Oh, this is amazing. On to the last corner. They're going to be side by side in this first race of Season 2 to end it. It's going to be a photo finish, maybe, as they're going to cross the line. This is going to be very close. It's going to be 1/10 in it. Max Verstappen wins the Bahrain Grand Prix, the first race of the season. Meanwhile, Gasly on this last lap for him, hoping to keep hold of the fastest lap, but that was mighty close. Gasly comes through P5, best of the rest here, and will keep the fast lap of the Grand Prix, I believe. So very, very strong race for Pierre Gasly. It would have been a strong race for Valtteri Bottas. He was ahead of Gasly on the road. And look how far back Hamilton, Alonso, Norris fell, because they're too busy fighting each other. Tyre wear came into factor. Bottas, even if he lost 6 seconds slowly by protecting his tyres way more than he did, he could have been there. He could have been 6th. He could have been minimum 7th or 8th. Which I would have still been happy about as a one-stop strategy. But no, locked up, ruined his tyres. We pushed him on, and I just gave up caring about him because he's out the points. Why would I care? Gasly, P5 though. Great drive.
Yeah, it was a difficult one, but good job.
It wasn't a good job. It wasn't a good job, Becca. It wasn't a good job. And he better be sorry. And he won't have to be sorry, because I honestly might just fire him into the next race. Verstappen gets the early blood. We get a best of the rest P5 there. Still plenty of work to bridge the gap to Ferrari and Red Bull, though. But that was a nice race for Gasly in terms of finishing ahead of the Mercs, which we weren't doing on merit at the end of the season. So that's a step forward, at least. And I felt like we've really managed his race well on the 2-stop. Using the mediums and pushing harder on those really worked out well for us. For Valtteri, I think, well, one, his lockup, making too many mistakes, and also it seems like the one-stop is very difficult to actually pull off, it would seem now. So actually, I think we should just put both drivers on 2-stops and just not try and be too clever. But first and foremost, Bottas locking up way too much. He could have made something work at least, but no. We're level on points with Mercedes, but we've got upgrades to come. I reckon we would have got at least 4 more points here. So positives there as well to take from it. Development point for Gasly. I'm going to add on the... Ooh, defending maybe? Because defending is still quite a weak part of his game. So 74 on there. And then with Valtteri, I just don't care because I truly think I will be replacing him at the start of next episode. But find out if I do then. If you have enjoyed this first race from Season 2, then hit that like button. Let me know your thought in the comments below. If you're around here, then do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.